you, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Y'all, I had to run back to the chair. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. I had to literally run back to the chair. Literally, I had to run. And I said, I gotta make it. And I did. Never would have made it. Happy Tuesday. I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in. Come on in, girl. I thought someone was crawling on me. Get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. We have a show today, but before we get into that, y'all already know what it is. Welcome to the Morning Joce. I am your host, Voodoo Doll TV. I hope y'all are doing well. We do this Monday through Friday around this time, so make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe so that you'll know when I upload and or go live, which I go live over here more than upload, but I'll be fixing that here soon. At any rate, sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath because I literally had to run. Like right as I'm getting ready to play the intro, I have to get up. I literally had to run back to the chair. I'm sorry. But anyway, what I was saying, yeah, like the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Also, if you're a returning, welcome back. And shout out to my members, special shout out to my members and everybody in the building, okay? Now, my first announcement we're going to do is basically Babe. How about that? Let's get Babe back in the chat. Let me see. I got all these hats just sitting right here. Babe is the new wave. Cop you some gear. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. And Babe is my brand that I created from my mind and my heart. And it's an acronym for Black Americans versus everybody, okay? So given the climate that we're in today, I think this is very appropriate. So please, if you are someone you know would like to support the doll, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. And it is called Voodoo Doll TV Shop. VoodooDollTVShop.com. If you're on Facebook, Facebook, Twitch, or what's the other one? Rumble, and you don't see the link, it's VoodooDollTVShop.com. That's VoodooDollTVShop.com. So make sure y'all get y'all some gear. And I'm literally about to work on putting some more stuff out. I'm gonna revamp the line. See, that was just kind of like my rough draft. Watch when y'all see what I got coming up, okay? But anyway, check out the doll and support if you would like to. Also, Genealogy, Black America, Genealogy, Black America, Genealogy. Make sure you're doing it. All it is a family, what do you call it? Well, I was about to say a family reunion. All it is a family tree. Is all it is. It's just basically to see the people who came before you, because there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot of treasure there for you, Black America, and not just to be greedy for treasure. You have to get back to the Most High God and to the ancestors. So please, y'all, do your genealogy. And speaking of the ancestors and the Most High, also please get into meditating, praying, grounding. Y'all get outside, get the sun, let the sun touch your skin. Please, please, please go outside and ground your energy. Put your feet to the ground. Hug a tree. Talk to a tree. Smoke by a tree. It don't even matter. Just get outside. Do not let this summer be the summer where we're inside like the last summers and quiet as it's kept. I think that's a lot of the reason why we was having so many issues with our health. Can we talk? Can we talk? Sorry. I had picked up on this since 2020. You know, ever since the panorama had pulled up. Once the panorama pulled up and we all had to go inside, I realized the cancer rate spiked, The herp rate spiked, which the herp, the HIV, the capital letter people, everything spiked. And since 2020, to be completely honest, we haven't fully come back outside. Now, shout out to us in the summer. In the South, I'm sorry, because we do, not everybody, but small portions of us do go outside for trail rides and stuff. And shout out to the small families that be like, you know what, y'all come over here, we're going to throw something on the grill. The point is, you got to get back outside. You got to get back in touch with nature. If you look at the Avatar movie, I haven't seen them all. And honestly, I don't even remember the whole of the first one. But what I will say on that movie and many other movies like it is, if you believe that was us, or if you believe we even extend or descend from anything ancient, then you know the only way to survival is being one with nature. Okay, so the fact of the matter is, like Michael Jackson with the Earth song, Black America got to get back to nature. You got to. So please, ground, meditate, pray, or just go outside. Just let the sun touch your skin. Some of y'all act like vampires. Some of y'all scared to go outside. Y'all scared the sun gonna burn you down to the ground. And you know, quiet as it's kept, some of y'all might get burnt. That ain't my place, and it ain't my ministry to preach. What I'm saying is, for those of you who feel like you ain't gonna die, go outside, child. At any rate, come on in, get the likes up on the video. And we got to get a few things on the docket. So we got to talk about these Africans disrespecting Black Americans, our ancestry. So apparently these Africans, I don't know who these Africans are, but we're just going to say Africans because we don't know what part of Africa they from. Okay, but they decided to come to Black America and or at least to America period, and do whatever rituals, whatever voodoo, hoodoo, whatever it was they was doing over there, doing on top of our mounds. And I don't think that the ancestors too particularly appreciate that. And we're gonna get into why I don't believe that. Plus, then right after that, Ghana started suffering a whole bunch of flooding and stuff. Now, if y'all know, it's not all of Africa that we really be having all of these run-ins in with. It's really these Cabbage Patch Kids that they created on this west coast of Africa, okay? However, because we don't know the difference in them, we gonna call them how we see them. They're Africans, okay? But I'm just telling y'all to understand what it is and who it is you're dealing with. And I believe them Cabbage Patch Kids was summoned to come over here to do whatever kitchen magic they was over here doing, but they will not succeed. So we're going to get into that. Racism and jobs in California. We spoke about this briefly, before, where a lot of Black Americans were coming forward about not being hired in California. And, you know, one of the biggest misconceptions about California, Arizona, Texas, and all those places is y'all let these new Cabbage Patch Kids, because that's what the Mexicans are. Y'all let these Cabbage Patch Kids come in and tell you that it's their land. Oh, no, Holmes. We used to come from Mexico all the way up to California, bro. No, Holmes. We've been doing this for centuries, man. That's a lie. Them mother pluckers ain't even centuries years old. You know who was making them trips back and forth from California to Mexico, Mexico to Texas, Mexico to Louisiana, Mexico to Mississippi, and all those? It was us. But remember, these cosplayers, these Cabbage Patch Kids, these infiltrators are cosplaying as the original people. If you look back through your history, you'll see even a lot of Southern Blacks went out to help in the Meso-American War and all of the Mexican wars because we were all one. They didn't put the line there until they separated Mexico as its own country. But I'm saying all that to say they're cosplaying and then using you. They're basically using you to screw you. And we're going to get into it. But please know that that's what's happening. These people you see today are not the real people. We'll get there one day. Also, treason. We got to talk about treason in the Black American community, because what you're about to start seeing now is the downfall of a lot of who y'all thought was, yay. You're about to start seeing it. We're going to discuss that. And then Charleston White versus Young Thug. Brandy get into it with, no, Brandy didn't get into it. Brandy got a Hollywood Walk of Fame, and all the vocal Bible girls are losing their minds, and a few other things. But come on in, get the likes up on the video, and we'll get into all of that, okay? I hope y'all are doing well on today. You know, I had went back and looked in the comments because I know my Jesus commentary was going to make the girls mad, right? But it was ironic that when I went in the comments, I didn't get a lot of commentary on the Jesus commentary. I got more people trying to basically fend for Tariq Nasheed. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Not that I'm saying y'all should have backlash over the Jesus stuff, because I didn't say anything wrong. I just said I pray straight to God. I don't use the middle name that y'all call Jesus. That's all I said. However, the fact that it was more people in the comments trying to understand or make me understand why Tariq Nasheed is or isn't, that was eye-opening to me. And shout out to Tariq Nasheed. But ultimately, it just was something I had to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And let me just say this as far as the Chili situation as well too. As far as Chili and her situation with Michelle Obama, oh, that's another thing I got in my comments. People trying to tell me something about me believing that Michelle is really Michael. Let me clear this up, you guys. All I want to say is this, as it pertains to Michelle Obama, the character, because we don't know who or what these things are. I do not care about these things, these people personally. I don't know them. If they die tomorrow, my life goes on like nothing happens. I don't see anybody that walks the earth with 2 legs and 2 arms as some higher being that can't be said nothing about. I just don't. And the fact that I got my people that's down here scraping at the bottom with me, telling me why I shouldn't feel that Michael or Michelle could possibly be Michael. I had one lady say, oh, you a Pisces, so I know you're not going to change your mind. It don't have nothing to do with Zodiac. The fact of the matter is maybe, just maybe, my crazy conspiracy theory could have some truth to it. But instead of people like trying to explore that, it's just, oh, I already know how you is. And I just feel like as a black woman, I don't align with Michelle Obama. And that bitch don't align with me. I need y'all to understand that. I don't align with Michelle Obama, and Michelle Obama don't align with me, nor does Michelle Obama align with you. See, you guys took the representation, and this is why we continue to remain under the spell. Because y'all are so emotion driven and so easily influenced that it's ridiculous. So this is why, because I'm sitting up here saying, who, girl, mother, pluck Michelle Obama. I literally don't care nothing about that lady. I don't understand why y'all mad at me for that. I'm not saying y'all, but there are certain people who felt some type of way about it. So it was Michelle Obama and Tariq Nasheed. And in that moment, like I said, it's the idolatry for me. And I'm not going to change the way I feel about nobody unless something on the inside of me says, hey, go back and revisit that. Nobody external is going to change the way I feel. But the point of it wasn't even for you to do that. It was for you to understand that I have my beliefs and my ways of doing things, and you have yours. But what I do has nothing to do with you, and what you do has nothing to do with me. Unless what I do affects the greater good, why does it matter who I believe or what I believe, or why does that matter, you know? And that's just the point I was making with the Chili stuff. But again, and we're going to explore that a little bit more today, because I see they still going in on Chili. They still going in on Chili. And again, I could care less about Chili, so have at it. But I'm just thinking about the why. And it's really, I'm watching the internet buck some, not all. Shout out to the Black Americans who can see the play. But I see the internet bucking up Black Americans who already had what I thought they were kind of seeing the play. You know what I'm saying? And then now all it takes is somebody y'all thought was pro one thing, and then you find out they're not, and then now y'all all in the uproar. And again, this is energy, Black America. Instead of worried about Chili, who she's screwing and who she voting for, we could be putting back into ourselves and our genealogy. And ain't nothing wrong with knowing what's going on and commenting, but we dragging this, you know? We're dragging it. I just think we're dragging it. But anyway, and again, it's not even about us dragging it. It's the why, because of who she voted for. Boy, oh boy, if y'all just knew a third of what you think you know about your favorites. You know, it just dawned on me. You will know. You will know, because this is the age of Aquarius. Every single one of you, every one of you who look at regular people as if these people are beings or something other than what they are going to be exposed to you, not to me. They're going to be exposed to you. And some of you are going to be so hell-bent on following these beings / people that you won't care. But for those of you who will see, I really hope that you're able to look back and learn the lesson in this. None of these celebrities are your friends. None of these celebrities are your friends. If you knew exactly what they are and who they are and what they do to you, you would hate celebrities. None of them, not the presidential ones, not the singing ones, not the rapping and athletic ones. None of them are your friends. None of them. But I digress. Let's get into the show. I got a few honorable mentions I want to talk about really quickly. Y'all get the likes up on the video. And I keep having to remind myself, everybody can't go, man. I can't save everybody. All right. Did y'all see this young lady who went to the hair? Well, I ain't gonna call it a hairdresser. She went to a stylist to get a ponytail. And apparently, first of all, $185 for a ponytail. Girl, you could have came let me put that bitch in. You feel me? But anyway, this young lady goes to a stylist that she frequents often for a fishtail, fishbone, or whatever, ponytail or whatever. And the lady didn't want to do it because apparently she didn't have her hair washed. Now, again, I'm an old school girl. I'm not coming to your salon if I got to have my hair washed before I get there. I think that for Black American women, this is all your fault. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to the Black American women. Y'all got these stylists thinking that they are Jesus Christ himself. And this is all your fault.
It's all my fault. It's all y'all's fault. Y'all messed up the family. Can't you see that?
This is all your fault, Black America. You know why? Because we got Black women in particular. We got so busy chasing the style, we didn't even require nothing from it. That's why a lot of us started losing our hair. That's why a lot of us started having all kind of alopecia and everything. It's all because we were so busy chasing the style, we didn't require nothing from these stylists. And these people done learned how to do this shit off of YouTube, done perfected it, and now they basically talking to people crazy when they come sit down in their chair. Y'all better than me, bitch. I swear to God, if I gotta sit in front of my mirror for 40 days and 40 nights like Moses, bitch, to learn how to put this ponytail in, ho, I would do it before I sit back in your chair. I'm that willful, bitch. I'm that spiteful. Oh yeah, you want to try to play? Oh, I gotta get my hair washed, bitch, please. My heart gonna make me, I ain't gonna be able to sit down in a chair and just enjoy getting my hair done. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, this young lady goes to this girl, and because, like I said, her hair wasn't washed, her stylist did another ponytail. She just did a regular ponytail for $185. It says, who was wrong? Woman cries during birthday hair appointment after stylist changes her style over unwashed hair. Client says she paid extra for a wash after seeing stylist aggravation. Never me. Girl, them hoes will be unemployment by the morning. Do you hear me? They will be unemployed by tomorrow. And that's another thing. I don't like the stylists. No, I don't. Because the stylists really think that they have a ironclad job. Like you bitches can't be unemployed tomorrow. I think that what the stylists have done, I just figured it out. It just dawned on me. The stylists have adopted the mindset of the colonizer, the enemy. I don't have to give them nothing. I can feed them pig slop. Let them make chitlins out of that shit. This is what Black American women are doing to other Black American women, and we gonna talk about it. They literally treating each other like as if the stylist is the slave master and the people coming sitting in their chair is the slave. Because there's no flipping way I'm paying you for a service, and I gotta hope and pray I don't piss you off or tread light on your feelings. No way. But because they know you want that style so bad that you're going to sit there and take whatever drama, whatever from it, they're going to play with you like they play with you. Bitch, on my soul, ho. I will go on Amazon and overnight me a wig tomorrow, bitch, before I sit down in a whole chair telling me what she gonna do and ain't gonna do. Not when I'm paying my money. And $185 for a ponytail? Oh, girl. Girl. Bitch. Girl, send me the name of the ponytail. Let me get on YouTube and see if I can learn how to do this shit. $185? Child, let's get into it. Let's get into the girl. She ended up walking out crying because the girl didn't finish her hair. It says, what would you do in this situation? A woman on TikTok filmed herself crying in her hairstylist chair after she says her birthday hairdo was ruined. The woman claimed she booked a fishtail pony for $185. She admitted that she came to the stylist with product in her hair, which caused her to need a wash. She alleges that the stylist charged extra for the wash, but was still annoyed at having to do it. She claimed she combed her hair hard and had an attitude the entire time in retaliation. Wow. When it was time to fishtail the braid, or fishtail braid the pony, the stylist refused because she had to wash the client's hair. The client says she doesn't understand why her style was changed as punishment and that she shouldn't have been able to get the requested style for her birthday. Instead, she walked out with a straight synthetic pony. The client says she would have gotten human hair had she known it wouldn't be braided. Who was wrong? Let's see.
Just like some fucking birthday shit to pay so much fucking money to get a hairstyle that I don't really want.
And that ponytail basic as fuck. Girl, I do my edges like that when I be on here. Bitch, you could have came to me and I'd have did it for $85. Kept $100. Happy birthday, girl. You could have came to me, girl, and I wouldn't even charge you $85. You know what, Fat? Give me $25 for my time. Happy birthday. You see what I'm saying, girl, for what she did?
Because somebody want to, like, assert themselves. You fucking hairstylists, y'all are some bullies, bro. Like, for real. Are you mad because you had to wash my hair? Like, I know that. Like, I'm supposed to know that you were going to have to wash my hair. I've been going to this fucking girl for so long, and she knows that I don't like to get a regular ponytail. I always get a fishtail. And I've only gone to her ever since she was home based. I'm fucking crying my eyes out. Crying. Because she just told me that she cannot give me what I want, all because she had to wash my hair, but she never communicated that to me until she washed my fucking hair. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, for real? You bitches don't even have licenses. Y'all don't get to treat people the fuck the way that y'all do. And I'm just sitting here crying. Like, bro, this is like some birthday shit every time. Like, I've been going to this girl. I never had issues with my hair. I never had problems. And then on my birthday, this is the type of shit that happens.
Girl, no way.
The fuck?
No way.
I'm so fucking mad.
No way. And
she tried to ask me, oh, like, why are you crying? You crying because of this and that. You're trying to confront me about why I'm crying, but you don't actually want to compensate me as a customer after I just paid you $185 fucking dollars for this. What the fuck is this? You bitches are sick. Y'all are sick as fuck. And I'm calling the state on y'all.
As you should. Oh, yeah, girl. I'd have been Googling the state while I was in her chair. Soon as that hoe would have got mad because she had to wash my hair, girl, I'd have been Googling the state board. Girl, let me see something right quick. While we and her going back and forth about why she gonna wash my hair, I'm leaving. I'd have been on, girl, let me get the state number on here. Hold on, bitch. Because, bitch, the way my shit set up, bitch, I had them white folks knocking on this bitch by the time I got this door. The way I'm set up, bitch, I would have them crackers knocking this bitch down like they got police, like they got an APB warrant out for somebody around this bitch. Keep playing with me. Oh, this will be the last ponytail you install, bitch. Girl, I wouldn't even be able to get my purse together. I wouldn't even be able to grab my keys and my purse like Jill, bitch, before them crackers come dot that door. Girl, you done lost your mind and you ain't got no license. Let me just say this to Black American women. This is your fault. Because you allow these women, because they can do these styles. First of all, most of us, and I ain't gonna say most of us, but a lot of us can do hair. Just when you lose a stylist, girl, I get it. It's hard to find a good one, but you can find another one. It's your birthday, and people might feel like, who cares? It's a ponytail. That is a synthetic ponytail. $185. She was already robbed. She should have fought her off the highway robbery within itself. $185 for this lady to. I don't even know if that's even that girl real edges. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. But what I will say is this. I think Black American women, you got to start standing up for yourself. There's no way I would have said the moment I would have sat down and she had a problem with wash. First of all, I'm not coming to you if you're not washing my hair. That's a requirement. That is a requirement for the state health department, the board. Okay. See, a lot of y'all don't know that. Y'all going to these girls and letting them that's why they calling themselves stylists. Y'all, they are required to wash your hair. So when I sit down, bitch, I need to be sitting down so I can put my bag down and I could be headed to the bowl. Yay. See, when I come in, it's, hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah, girl, everything been all right. Yeah, girl. And I'm putting my things down. You get it? So I can head to the bowl. But that's everybody different. You know, but to this young lady, if you was my daughter, I would be pissed off with you. Why? Because you sat there and let that girl do your hair and walked out and cried. That right there would send me over the moon. If that was my daughter and she called me crying, I would be more upset that she sat there and allowed this girl over her head and allowed her to put in whatever she wanted in her head. And then you got up to cry. I would have been highly disappointed and upset with my child. Because, girl, I didn't raise you like that. Are you insane? Now, I would have felt better if you called me and said, Mom, I had to pop this hole. Then I'm going to say, that's my child. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. You see what I'm saying? But if you call me hollering about you had to cry, now it's a problem. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. All I know is Black American women, stop letting people play in your head. Literally. Stop letting these people play in your head. That girl deserved the ponytail that she wanted, but then again, she didn't, because she allowed that girl to do whatever she wanted in her head. Mm-hmm. Girl, please. See, y'all be seeing how them girls be fighting on the internet. That was supposed to be one of them. I don't advocate for violence sometimes. Sometimes I do. That's one of them times. Girl, moving on. So Brandy, no wonder she was out here trying to lie and tell us she ain't no slut. They say Brandy is a slut from the 90s. I don't know if it's true. I wasn't there. Well, I kind of was there. I just wasn't physically there. But the people said Brandy was a slut from the 90s. And when Shine came out and said that he had her his way and Mace had her his. Remember Mr. Toilet? Remember Mr. Toilet to shug every new husband at the table? He said, oh, you done had her your way, and I done had her mine. Y'all remember? Put a 3 in the chat. I'll be paying attention to the small details in the story. But when Shug Avery had brought her husband home to meet her man, her mistress husband, and his wife, Mr. was at the table being messy. See, what he wanted the man to know, the new husband to know, is that's my bitch. And when I want her, I'ma get her. So what Mr. decided to do was get drunk on that corn liquor, got that man drunk on that corn liquor and sat at that table and toasted with that man and said, you had her your way and I had her mine. And I said, oh, Mr. a dirty old man for that. Especially with Steely over here serving these niggas. Mr. was messy. Mr. was very messy. You got to catch his shade, though. If you don't catch it, you're not going to get it. So when I saw Mace and Shine, You see what I'm saying? Talking about how Shine said I was over there by the crib and he heard Mace had them just left or whatever the case. I say it immediately popped in my head. You had her your way and I had her mine. But mind you, these young men didn't say any of that. These young men, well, Shine was very respectful. Mace was kind of implying, I don't like his laugh. The laugh made me feel like you saying you smashed, which I believe anyway, but still. Shine was very respectful with the situation. And then when I saw this whole done got a star on the doggone Walk of Fame, I said, there you go. That's why she coming out here trying to make sure her name and her image is clean. Because she got a star on the Walk of Fame. Girl, ain't nobody worried about that ugly ass star. And we still think you a slut from the 90s, but we still gonna buy the album. That's the part. I don't understand, Brandy. We still gonna buy the album. We just gotta know something to add to it. Now when we know you was sitting up in your room, bitch, you wasn't just chilling. You probably snuck a nigga up there. Hello? We still gonna buy the album though. I don't understand. We're not gonna not buy the album. So then, like I said, she get her little star on the Walk of Fame, and yeah, let's get into it. Brandy, I think that's what this was about. That's why she came out so starch, you know, and they have to pay for the star. And that's another thing to the Vocal Bible people. All of the Vocal Bibleettes, that's Brandy names, the Vocal Bibleettes, that's her people. So all of the Vocal Bibleettes, girl, that girl had to pay for it. Now, yes, I understand the process that you have to be chosen to pay for your star. However, the bitch had to pay for it. No shade. I don't want to call her a bitch personally. I'm just calling her that for conversation purposes. You see what I'm saying? But the bitch had to pay for it. You know, I don't want y'all to act like this bitch done just got her name put up or her face on the Mount Rushmore or something. She went paid for a star that everybody gonna piss on. It is what it is. Y'all acting like this bitch done just, you know, done got a gold jacket at the Hall of Fame or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into the star. Brandy, we still gonna buy the album, girl, but we do believe you is a slut. Okay. I don't know if you is. I said we do believe you were at one point. Let's get into it. It says Brandy was honored with, no, I believe she is. I had to take that back because one thing I learned about a young hoe, she turned into an old hoe. So yeah, I believe she's still a hoe. It says Brandy was honored with the 2,839th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with her contributions to the entertainment industry. The multi-platinum Grammy Award-winning recording artist and actor accepted her star and delivering a moving speech regarding her upbringing as a young child star. Her parents accompanied her, and it said alongside with some notable guests and to celebrate her latest success. I'm so glad Willie Ray wasn't there. I don't know where Willie Ray was, but he was not there. So first and foremost, let's thank God for that. Okay. Now in this video, Brandy is gonna tell us that she's from Nutbush, Mississippi. Macomb. She's from Macomb, Mississippi, and that's them genes. That's that ancestral DNA. And what she doing is telling you she's staking her name in the land that I am from here. Okay. Yeah, I think she made Willie Ray go late too. Let's get into the show, or at least Brandy and her Walk of Fame, child.
You guys, I'm from Macomb, Mississippi.
There you go.
Let that sink in. I came to Hollywood as a young girl in the 7th grade, attending Mancroft Junior High, and then spent just one semester at Hollywood High before everything began to shift. I used to wake up every morning in Carson, California, get myself dressed, make my mama some coffee, and she would take me to the bus stop so I could go to school. Back then, I was just a little girl with a big dream, but growing up in Hollywood made those dreams feel close enough to touch. Seeing the stars on the Walk of Fame lit something in me. It made me believe. It made me affirm over my own life. I'm gonna sing my way onto one of these stars. And I did. That is what makes this moment so profound. You guys, I'm from Macomb, Mississippi.
Wait on. So there go Brandy, Vocal Bible, hand to the ground. You see what I'm saying? Look at Brandy. Now let me just say this. Shout out to Philly, but y'all about to catch a straight. because Brandy, a young woman, even knew how to pose on her star. You know, the last person Philly had posing for the star, he decided to do it like this. But they say Philly is brotherly love, so maybe because Brandy is from Mississippi, it's different. However, I would like to point this out. I would like to point out the fact that you don't have to drop down and get your eagle on to receive a star. I just wanted to add that. I don't know who needed to hear it. It's not specific to nobody. You can take a regular picture. You don't have to arch your back and lift your rump. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to add extra on nothing. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You could be conservative like Brandy. But Brandy took her picture. She looks beautiful. Shout out to Brandy. Yeah, all I could think of when you was talking about your upbringing, girl, about how you was a little bitty girl from Macomb, Mississippi, waiting on your dreams. Now that I know what I know, girl, I don't feel like the story quite went the way you just told it. But for the star purposes, we gonna go with that. We gonna go with that. You was making your mama coffee dreaming. Girl. Anyways, I like Brandy. I do like Brandy. People might think I don't like Brandy. I'm just gonna call her out on her bull. But Brandy, congratulations on your star fat. And look at Willie Ray Sr. and Miss Sonia. Hey, Miss Sonia, you know, Miss Sonia be I ain't gonna say that, but I think Miss Sonia is the one who cussed me out about Brandy in my email. I think it was Miss Sonia who left me a Bible scripture to tell me about the Brandy. And to Miss Brandy, to Miss Sonia, ma'am, I don't have no disrespect towards you, ma'am. You old enough to be my mama. You know, raise the vocal Bible, ma'am. I don't want no smoke with the Sonia people. However, I said what I said about your child, and I'm still gonna buy the album. I'm still gonna buy the album. Okay, so shout out to Brandy for her star. I'm so glad, like I said, Ray J wasn't there, because you know Ray J would have made this about him. Ray J would have definitely made this about him. He would have found a way to either go live before or after. He would have found a way to, while the cameras were flashing, jump in front, the middle, to act like he was fixing Brandy's hair or something like that. He just does stuff like that. You know, he's been living vicariously through his sister. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. So I'm so glad they must have tricked Ray J. They must have told Willie Ray Jr. he had a doctor's appointment or something. And when he went to the doctor's appointment, they must have cut out and went to the store right quick and came back. So by the time he found it, you know what I'm saying? It was too late. That's what I would do. If Willie Ray was my little nephew or my little brother, that's what I would do. I would definitely be like, oh, Willie Ray, you got a doctor's appointment. Oh, yeah, I forgot. And then as soon as he leave, I'm like, come on, y'all, let's hurry up and get down here, whoop the whoop, before he come back. By the time he get back, it's too late. He already mad. You know, whatever the case. Now, speaking of mad, what's going on with Curtis? What's going on with Curtis? So Curtis is mad at his baby mama, the first one, the black one. Because apparently he says that she's trying to bring up old allegations about his abuse. Now, let's be clear. Shout out to the lady. What's her name? Shaniqua? I want to say, Shaniqua, I believed you from the beginning. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't. I was about to lie. I didn't believe you at the beginning. And it's not that I didn't believe you. I did somewhat believe you, but I was squinting my eyes. But then as the time went on, your story started to make more and more sense. And I started matching what you were saying back then to the way this nigga is acting now. And I was like, okay, Shaniqua not lying. So I was about to lie and swear to God, I wasn't going to swear to God, but I was going to lie and say I believed you from the beginning. But I don't. I didn't. But I do now. And do I believe everything? No. But I believe the majority of what you said. And it's only because, not only, but I'll say it's solely or majorly because 50 Cent proves this lady right if you really pay attention to his actions. Now, if y'all don't know, Shaniqua is 50 Cent's first baby mama. She's the baby mama of the son that he don't like. That's the son that he done disowned. He said he done took him out the will and all types of stuff. The son that looks exactly like him. And according to Shaniqua, I've read her story and I've spoken on her story a few times in the past. But according to Shaniqua, she says that 50 Cent was super controlling and that basically he started abusing her and doing stuff like setting the house on fire and stuff because she didn't want to be with him. Now, I want to say this because a lot of people are saying, why would he do that? He's 50 Cent. And even if y'all thinking of early G-Unit 50 Cent, you know, Big Swole, you know, with the G-Unit white beater on. Remember them niggas in the hood? Put a 3 in the chat. When niggas was going to get them G-Unit white beaters. Them niggas got robbed. Them regular ass white beaters with $50. But anyway, back in the day, 50 was swole and he was fine. So I think people saw him as the rapper 50 Cent and saw this black girl, because let's talk about it. She ain't ugly. She ain't trash or none of that, but she's just a black girl. And I think that a lot of black Americans saw her and was like, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I probably subconsciously have thought that too. That's probably why I was squinting my eyes. I don't know. At any rate, a lot of black people thought that it was impossible, but y'all forget that 50 Cent was a chubby fat kid. Before he became the workout nigga that y'all see today, he was a big, fat, funky, nasty cheat. He wasn't big and fat, but he was a little chunky kid. And y'all be forgetting that people might lose that weight and in their mind still be the chunky kid. Y'all remember how lit up he was when he saw that girl, that girl who was sleeping with Diddy? Like how lit up he was. Like he never thought he would ever get a woman in his mind that beautiful. And she wasn't even that beautiful. She's a pretty woman. What's Diddy baby mama, Gina? It's not that the lady wasn't that pretty, because I think Gina is a pretty girl. But in his mind, let me see if I can pull this picture up. This nigga was looking at Gina like as if she was the best thing that ever happened to him. Like, I can't believe I have this girl. Hold on, 50 Cent. Girl, he was in awe when he seen her. And what it reminded me of is not because she's so beautiful. I think it was because him being the fat kid who never got any attention, seeing this beautiful woman, I think he couldn't. He just was like, yeah. Is that the Asian girl named Gina? What's the girl name? What's 50 baby mama name? Let me see. Daphne, my bad. Gina is the other Asian. I'm sorry. Hell, I'm not about to sit up here and try to differentiate the fuck. I said what I said. Y'all know what I mean. Let me show y'all this picture if I can find it. They got a picture with 50 Cent on the beach with Daphne. Here you go. You can kind of see it a little bit from here. Pay attention. I need y'all to help me out and pay attention. Look at 50 Cent. Now, I get it. These are two pictures side by side. So take Diddy and the girl Daphne off your mind. And only look at 50 Cent and the girl Daphne, right? 50 Cent, his body language, his facial expression. I have never even seen him smile this big. And 50 Cent smiles all the time. But you can tell it was like a dream come true in some of those shots. If you go look up the 50 Cent on the beach with Daphne, you'll see the way he was taking pictures of her, the way he was looking at her, even when she was looking away. It was almost like a dream, like, oh my God. Like this bitch would be somebody I would have on my wall, on a poster, and she's right here. He was in awe of this lady. And I believe that's part of the reason, or the major reason why he really hates Diddy. Because Diddy, he finally got his dream girl, the girl he never thought he would ever be able to get. And then boom, here come Diddy come and snatch her up. I think that's why the beef was the way it was. But I'm saying all that to say, listen, when people see 50 Cent as the character we know today, meaning with the money, the buff dude, and all of this position, y'all don't understand that underneath all of that makeup, because it's not real, it's still that little bitty fat boy. So when the ex-baby mama said that 50 Cent burned down the house and was abusive because she didn't want to be with him, I believed it, because I'm looking at how crazy he was about the girl Daphne. Now, again, these are all my assumptions and my speculations, but this is just me psychoanalyzing it from the outside. But apparently, this is another thing y'all didn't know. And this how you know 50 Cent is guilty. He had bought the girl life rights to where at some point in time, she couldn't even tell the story. So 50 Cent's baby mama had life rights because it involved him. And I guess the way I remember it, everything that involves him, if it involves you too, you can't tell it. So let's say 50 Cent is the character. He's the big time dude. And his life is bought and paid for, his life rights. But if I say I want to talk about the time me and 50 Cent slept together, then because his life rights are bought, I can't go on record and talk about, oh yeah, because when me and 50 slept together, I thought that nigga thing was going to be big, girl. Tell me why we get in the bed and he big and swollen, his thing look like a little Petey bird. I can't say that because his life is protected because he bought it. So from what I understood, they were saying that that's why the baby mama was silenced for a long period of time, because she couldn't tell the part of her story that included him because he had already bought his life rights or something like that, or whatever life rights that was attached to her. Okay, so she had already been trying to come out. She was silenced. And apparently, I don't know if that has lifted, because now that she's trying to bring this back up, he wants her, or at least to sue her for defamation. Let's get into it. It says a contentious legal battle between 50 Cent and his ex Shaniqua Tompkins is intensifying as a new court filing reveals accusations of defamation tied to a dispute over life rights. Let me see. Where is my mouse? It says, according to the reports, the rapper entrepreneur has filed a motion supporting G Unit Books' request to seal portions of Tompkins' legal filings, alleging she inserted inflammatory and defamatory allegations about him based on purported events from decades ago. This is huge. Red flag, bro. 50 Cent claims, I'm sorry, I missed a part. From decades ago. According to the filings, he argues those claims are irrelevant to the case or to the current case and were previously dismissed in earlier litigations. 50 Cent claims Tompkins is using the case to publicly attack him, citing what he describes as a personal animus. It says if Tompkins' inflammatory and defamatory allegations in her pleadings are permitted to enter the public record without restriction, the resulting harm to my personal and professional reputation will be immediate, severe, and irreversible, the filings read. So basically what he's saying is if she includes all of those things she was saying in the past about what he done to her, then it could defame him and tear him up. That's the point. The dispute stems from a 2007 life rights movement or agreement tied to G Unit Books, which is now seeking no less than $1 million, alleging Tompkins breached the deal by exploiting those rights in a series of videos sharing online. Now, he's talking about when she was coming out saying what happened to her as far as the house being burned down and everything. Attorneys added Tompkins does not dispute G Unit Books' central allegations that her conduct breached the party's life rights agreement. However, Tompkins alleged she signed under duress, stating, fearing for my life and for my children's lives, I signed the agreement under extreme duress. So it seems like I said, 50 needs his name to be clean, but he's not. That girl had been said stuff about 50 and his abuse. She said allegedly that he had all kind of abuse allegations on her, including burning down the house. So now I am of confusion as to why 50 Cent wants to act like now is the tell-all be-all, or at least, I don't know if they're fighting another case because that's what it sounds like. And he's saying that because, or they did fight another case, and he's saying that because she in the past had basically told what happened, that it could literally ruin his career. That's the same thing you just did to Diddy. That's exactly what could happen to you, and you scared. That's what it's giving. The same thing you did to Diddy, to bring up all his old tea, resurface it and make a documentary and put it out for the world to know. That's exactly what 50 Cent did. Now he's in court trying to fight the people at the courthouse to say, hey, don't let her do that to me. Look at God. How does that work? does that work? And it's not like she's lying. He's calling it defamatory, but it sounds like the lady might not be lying. So how can you then be upset that this lady want to go down to the very same system that you used to tear Diddy down to give her story? It doesn't make sense. Yes, dish it but can't take it. Heavy on the dish it but can't take it. Because remember, in order for him to be able to bring us these documentaries, to be the guy to expose everybody else, we can't know the ins and outs about his shit. But that lady Ben came out and talked about that long time ago. 56 X claims she signed away her life rights out of fear after alleged pressure from his team. And I believe that. I believe that lady every step of the way. And the fact that 50 is now bringing this up to the light, he better tread light. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's a season of karma. It is a huge season of karma. And although 50 Cent is on the way, he might be ushering it in a little bit earlier than normal. So if I was him, I would probably lay low. How Whitney said, you better lay low. That's what I would do. I'm telling you, all you Negroes out here with that dirt under your skin, now is not the time. Because the Most High is putting you on blast in front of everybody. At any rate, we'll see how this works out. I don't think it's going to work out in the favor of the 50 Cent guy. I just don't. I don't think he understands that it's not going to work out the way that he thought or thinks it's going to work out. But, you know, let me ask you a question. Have y'all taken these Waymo things where you get in a car and it ain't nobody driving? Y'all started doing that? I'm scared. And I'm not scared. Well, yeah, I am scared, bitch. I'm not getting in no car with it. Ain't nobody in the front of it. But apparently this girl was in the car. And I guess she thought because nobody was in the car that them people wasn't watching. And they was. And when they saw that she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, acting a fool, they came on the internet and told her, look, I don't want to play the music. Look, this her in the car. With the, look, cutting up.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Hello, this is Jay with Waymo. I'm just calling in just to request to buckle your seatbelt for your safety.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Where are you?
I'm doing it right now. Okay, I'm buckled in.
I told y'all with them spy cameras on the corner, them flock cameras that they call, or them spy cameras they call flock cameras, they already looking all in your car. They already looking all in our houses. Them people can see everything. But ultimately, this was a wake-up call to a lot of people who think that because it's just some AI stuff, the AI watching you more than a person would be. And put your goddamn seatbelt on anyway. Enough of that damn car to do a flip. Your ass gonna be across the street. Put your goddamn seatbelt on. Heifer. And you saw how quick she hurry up, got back when that man said, put your seatbelt on. Child. Let me tell y'all something. Them people is watching everything. They listening to everything and they watching everything. Not for you to get scared, but I'm just telling you. They listening to everything and watching everything. Now let's get some education because we got to talk about treason. No, before we talk about treason, let's get this Charleston White versus Young Thug situation going on. Now, did y'all hear about this? So apparently Young Thug and Charleston White got into it. And you do a lot of Charleston White news, but I said it was a slow day. Why not? So Charleston White, who I thought was cool with Young Thug, but then again, Charleston ain't really cool with nobody but that clear boy, Aiden Ross. All he care about is them orange juice people. In my opinion, that's what he's giving. Okay. But ultimately, I thought him and Young Thug was kind of cool because I know at one point he did an interview where he was talking about how he's cool with his dad or uncle or somebody like that. But ultimately, he saw Young Thug somewhere and a whole fight was about to break out. Hold on, Charleston White. I think he doing this to remain in the algorithm too. But anyways, so him and Young Thug got into it. Now, why is this a problem? Because Young Thug is on probation. He can't even step on a roach. He can't even step on a roach. So him getting into it with King Snitch, as he called himself, Charleston White could really get him in a lot of trouble. Now, I don't know if I was Thug, I probably would be out the way. But ultimately, it seems like Thug don't feel like he need to be out the way. So ultimately, he got into it with Charleston White at a show or behind the scenes of a show, behind the stage of a show or something, and it went down. So let's get into, I guess they saw each other at first backstage, and according to Charleston, he's saying that Young Thug and his crew threatened him with guns. And also, according to Charleston, he says that he is looking to press all charges to get Thug locked back up. He said he want him locked up. He gonna call Fanny with her nasty ass and get her on the ones and twos. He said because Fanny been seething to get him back in jail. So let's get into it, y'all. Like the video.
They ain't ready for that, mate. That nigga told them. Bitch ass nigga. Man, them whole ass nigga approach me. Now, catch the foot.
Jeffrey Williams. Let me explain something to you, motherfucker. You on probation, right? You just approached me, threatening me. Your words was, we step on shit, okay? You didn't say I, you made it plural. You said we, so that's in cohorts. I mean a gang. You on probation. Then you had a fella with you that was possessing a gun. You are not supposed to be around with people that had guns. Eyewitness, along with other witnesses, saw your friend with the short body, with the fat, pudgy stomach that hangs above or over his waistline like a kangaroo pouch. The fat motherfucker was clutching the gun. His exact words as he was clutching the gun or appearing to be clutching the gun. I assumed it was a gun. I think it was a gun. I believe it was a gun, right? That makes it aggravated assault. His words was, don't lose your life in her. My words was, do it. Then other people came out and interfered. I proceeded to brandish the mace and pull out the mace and say, you niggas will get maced. So I understand we was on a private airport's property, which is under the Federal Aviation Administration. So first thing Monday morning, because you said Jeffrey Williams on probation, AKA King Slime, AKA Young Thug, you said we step on shit. Your other brother, your goon with the gang chain, the YSL spider chain, pretending to clutch a gun as he was assuming to be brandishing and holding the gun, said, don't lose your life. I am now in fear of my life. Swear to God I am. I'm going to contact my attorney. First thing Monday morning, we will be going to the courts to file a restraining order against you for my protection. Not only that, I will be contacting the federal authorities because you made a threat while possessing a gun on federal property, a private airport. I'm pressing charges on you, Jeffrey. I know you're on probation. You fit go to jail. I swear to God, you will. I'm doing everything because you got me afraid for my life. You are a gang leader. I don't even know why you was at the Drewski Could Have Been Love reunion. You wasn't on one episode, ugly motherfucker. I don't even know what you were there for, nigga. Bother me. And you waited till I was by myself. You waited till I was by myself and approached me with a gang of guys, thinking that you was going to intimidate me and cause me to be in fear. And guess what? You did. Sure did. And I am in fear. God said I would lose my life clutching the gun. I seen it and I saw it. And I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. You going to jail, bitch ass nigga. And I'm contacting your probation officer. I'm sending her the video to show that you was there and you was with gang members. I got the pictures and the photos of every guy you was with. Swear to God I do. You have no business bother me, nigga. But you got the right one, Jeffrey. Yeah. Jeffrey King Slime finna slime your ass right into Fannie Willie's hands, bitch ass nigga. She already done tried to get you revoked. Guess what I'm finna do? Get you a revocation hearing. I swear to God, I'm finna get you a revocation hearing. And I listen, I'm going to tell exactly what happened. Detailed description. And you waited. You niggas thought y'all gonna catch me by myself and I would go cowboy. I think I grabbed my nuts on you niggas and
What if the
told you niggas do it, nigga, and I was by myself. Bitch ass nigga, you with a group of niggas, hoe. And you nigga had every opportunity to upside my motherfucking head. Get what you didn't do? Nothing but make threats. And guess what it is? Against the law.
What if Charleston's job is to antagonize these fools to get themselves caught up? I think that could be it. Because they, first of all, I don't know why Jeffrey, I'm with Charleston. Jeffrey, why was you at the Could Have Been Love reunion? Charleston was on the show. Thug wasn't. So knowing that you got beef in the streets with anybody, Thug should have got out the way. I ain't even gonna lie. And screw this dude. Because honestly, what's gonna happen with Young Thug is he gonna run into the Charleston whites that's gonna get him set up. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, if I was Thug, I would be far, far, far away from niggas like him. You see what I'm saying? Because it's niggas like him waiting on you to fart. These niggas waiting on you to step on a crack and swear to God you broke your mama's back. You see what I'm saying? So they can send you back to jail. And again, this is just me being proactive. I wouldn't want to wait to get there to hope that it don't happen. I personally would have went sat down. That's just me. If I was Thug, and especially if I still had money, child, I went found me some land or somewhere, or went move somewhere and started a whole new life off the grid. I ain't even gonna hold you. I probably would have started making buku fake Instagrams and Facebooks and started antagonizing you bitches from burnt pages. Bitch, I go somewhere off the grid and make buku Twitters, Instagrams, and Facebooks and YouTube. And bitch, I be in everybody's comments, drag. I ain't gonna lie. And that would be so lit to me. Because I would have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Bitch, I'm just under a burn page. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me because I would feel like I don't want no smoke with these people. I don't want these people, you know what I'm saying, to get on here and try to jeopardize me going back to jail. So that's what I would do if I was Thugger. But Thugger's still trying to be outside in these streets. And I'm with Charleston only on this part. You shouldn't have been there, bro. You shouldn't have been there. And like I said, they put the Charleston whites out there to catch you niggas. I don't know when y'all gonna catch up. They put the Charleston whites out there to troll you niggas right into your own demise. Charleston over there working under them orange juice people. Need I say more? Need I say more? So if you know about them people and how they roll and how they feel about us, and you know that he good with them people, then I would be as far away from that nigga than anybody else. That's just me. But everybody's different. He had another video. Let me show y'all this other video he posted about Jeffrey. This one he got a ski mask on, so this one might be real. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the likes up. Hold on. It says, Charleston White says, once you scare me, I'm going to the police after claiming Young Thug and his people pressed him in Miami. So what Charleston is doing now is laying the evidence online. So now he's going to come on the internet all the time talking about how he was fearing for his life. So when he have them bring up these charges, all they got to do is show that he did something, to get caught up like that. And he going to show the videos.
Things you can't do. Stop me from going to the police and unscaring me. Yeah, once you scare me, you can't unscare me. And say, that nigga showed up musty with $1 million chain around his neck. You think I ain't scared of nigga? You think I ain't scared of nigga that fuck boy walking around musty, laying next to with a woman pretty and Mariah Size? That nigga got to be dangerous. Fuck it, that nigga boy. That nigga got to be dangerous in the bitch. Oh, he finna tell on Pee Wee. He finna tell on Woody. Woody got immunity. He finna tell on Roscoe Pee Wee. Woody got immunity under the American Disabilities Act. Nah, Woody got immunity. Thugger, finna be back. Hugger, down on them motherfucking me blankets. And just, by the way, Thug, every nigga you were with, I couldn't get all of them.
I'm surprised Fannie Willis ain't reached out yet.
They coming. This is a process.
Yeah.
The people can't just jump the process and go off what I'm saying online. They gotta wait for this shit to get put into the system. Once it get put into the system, the people have to do a small, somewhat of a procedural investigation. After they do the procedural investigation, then they have to take care of her in open locker, contact the people down at the probation department down here in Miami, because he got his probation transferred down here. Then they got to send the paperwork back to Atlanta. Fulton County got to get the paperwork. The supervisor, the probation officer over there got to look at it and read it. Then they got to call somebody to make sure we really got it. Because they done tried to violate him twice.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to violate him twice.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
they tried to
shit.
get him for some. Now he snuck back into Atlanta. That wasn't petty.
Well, yeah.
But he can't keep getting all these violations. But this one's going to get him. Before I leave, and I go hit him with the restraining order, that's what's going to shake the probation department.
Yeah.
See, that's it.
They're going to hit their debt immediately. You know what I'm saying? They know about it already.
See, right now, Brian still can fight off the little old charge I'm trying to put on him. But when I go to the judge and put the restraining order on them, because they didn't have no business at that event, and they hunting me down.
They ain't got no reason to be around no nigga with no gun.
And they was stalking.
They gonna have a Chinese name, one gone.
Oh, no, he hang high. No, boy getting a new name. He ain't finna be Spider no more. Boy getting a Chinese name. He hang high. Yeah, no, he hang high. Thanks to who? Me. I'm gonna be so goddamn happy. Be walking around and saying, snitch ass nigga, put Thug in jail. Nigga, I'm gonna be walking around like I got muscles on my chest. Chest stuck out like a rooster. I'm not bullshit. Now, nigga, you know how good it gonna be feel to walk through Atlanta and listen, them kids that got the dead mama, the children with the dead mama. The baby mama got killed at the border there. You know how good it's gonna feel when I think about them kids missing their mama and their daddy. Boy, listen. Boy, I'll probably poop if I think about it. Say both, but the mama and dad got killed in the bowling alley by the daddy's beef, and now the daddy's in jail because he didn't give a damn about the kids because the mama dead. Say, boy, I might put their name on the angel tree for Christmas time. You know that tree they get for the missing, the disenfranchised children. Oh boy, say, boy, his kid finna be without his dad again. His sister finna be crying online again, talking about how ain't nobody there for it. Oh, this is doing a nigga bad here. You can't get nowhere with it. Say, them niggas saw that Mason and what you reaching in your pocket for? Bitch ass nigga do something. So when I pull out the May, little Fred Flintstone clutched the pistol. You don't want to lose your life, girl. Is that a threat? But I was so scared at the time, I was shocked that he made the threat.
Anyways, Charleston has said what he said, and this is why I said Thug should have stayed home. Thug should have went and found something safer to do, because they got people out here that's really literally like sharks in the water waiting to catch you slipping. At any rate, we'll follow this and see how it happens. According to Charleston, he's getting in touch with Fanny and them, and he said that he want Thug locked up. He said he want him locked down to the ground. Now, if Thug and his crew really did threaten him, then Thug deserves it. I wasn't there. I don't know. If Thug's still rolling with thug ass niggas who really out here threatening people, then he deserves to be right back in prison. But if he didn't, and this is all a lie, which is possible, I ain't gonna say highly possible, but it's possible, then Charleston is wrong. But either way, if I were them and I had a probation over my head, I would stay as far away from the Charleston Whites of the world as possible. You couldn't pay me to be in the room with these niggas, let alone, you see what I'm saying? Because a nigga like Charleston is he the nigga in the corner mean mugging. Y'all remember that? Put a 3 in the chat if you remember that scene from Belly. Remember before that they stripped that dude and made him get down in his drawers? Remember how he was just over in the corner like mugging, like. Remember, even before they was like antagonizing him a bit, he just was already over there just mugging. That's Charleston. I'm scared of them niggas. Oh, hell no. Them niggas looking for an issue. Them niggas be looking for a reason. I don't play with them type of niggas. I don't play with them type of bitches neither. They look for a reason, and you might catch me. I'm scared. I'm good, love. Enjoy. Now we gotta move on, y'all. For real. Charleston, he remind me of that nigga just sitting in the corner waiting on somebody to jump. Just waiting. It don't matter who. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's too preordained for me. That's too set up for me. That's too orchestrated. That's the word. That's too orchestrated for me. I don't like that. Because now you over here planning shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to let's get into Black Americans in the job situation with Mexicans. So I don't know if y'all know this, but Black Americans in California, if you in California, shout out to Cali. Shout out to the Black Americans all over America. But specifically today, the ones over in that California region, keep your head up, man. I done heard so many videos. I've seen people come on Tariq Nasheed show and talk about how they treating Black Americans out there in Cali. And let me be clear before we get into this, because I need y'all to understand. Black Americans owned all of Turtle Island. That's North America, South America, Mexico included, okay? We are the originators of this entire land. Everybody else is what we call Johnny come latelys. I need you guys to be very, very clear on this. When it comes to this land that we call North America, not just North America, South America, the Caribbeans, and everything in between, the melanated people, the Black people of these lands, and specifically in North America, we are the Aboriginal indigenous people of this land. We didn't come from nowhere. We were right here. We are ancient to this land. Thousands upon thousands of years. I'm talking about BC ancient to this land right here. And what the enemy has done was found a clever way to replace you in the story with them and then get you to give them your shit. Okay? What do I mean by this? Because they have somehow, some way, through some sort of witchcraft, completely erased our memory of who we are. They can then put stand-ins in place and tell you that they are the original people. And because you, Black America, don't know who you are and don't have a memory of where you come from, you will just believe that these stand-ins are the real people. This is happening all over Asia. It's happening all over Mexican and Hispanic America, even in all over other parts of the world. You have a bunch of stand-ins, Cabbage Patch Kids, descendants of clones. These are not even real people 100%. For real. These are the people that are standing in place of the original people. When the fact of the matter is, when it comes to the landmass called Mexico, I need y'all to understand this. When it comes to the landmass that we know as Mexico or as another country, it was all one landmass. Mexico, United States, Canada. It was all one. And the Black Americans that live in the southern region and the western region of America always traveled to and from Mexico. It is ancient, okay? A lot of the tribes, a lot of the things that we do here in America have a lot of ancient Aztec and Mayan inspiration. Not because we saw it and we liked it, because a lot of us come from these ancient civilizations. But if you don't know anything about that, they can put in these stand-in people and make you believe that they are the ancient people and take everything from you. It's due to your ignorance. Okay? So, with that being said, now they've got these stand-in Mexicans who have come all up to California, Arizona, and all these other places. And because you don't know who you are, they are the stand-ins. And now they're keeping you out of your own jobs on your own land, kicking you out of your own homes on your own land, kicking you out of everything that belongs to you because you don't know who you are. It boils down to one thing. The reason why these people playing with you is because you don't know who you are. And Black American ain't it. And I'm telling you, as somebody with a whole line, Black Americans versus everybody, Black American is not who you are. But if you believe that that's all you are and you're a slave from Africa, the stand-ins get to come in and do exactly what they're doing, running you off of your own shit. And then look you square in the face and say, no, 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 Holmes, this is our land, Holmes. We've been going back and forth to these lands for years. They lying. They not old enough to know the ancient back and forth. They lying. They're lying to your face, but they're able to do it because you don't know who you are. Do your genealogy. So now Black Americans have trouble finding work in California. And my heart goes out to y'all because, again, all it takes is knowledge of self and all of this shit is over with. But if y'all want to continue to windmill for something that has not served you, and I mean the term Black and American, Black American together, and I got the line, if y'all going to continue to windmill for it, then we'll continue to remain in the position that we're in. It's knowledge of self. Listen, identity is the first key to freedom. This is why I preach every freaking day to do your genealogy. The only reason these people are able to get away with any of this is because you don't know who you are. And some of us are too smart for our own fucking good. Until you, as long as you continue to let them play Mexican and you play nigga, this is where we gonna be, okay? Now, why is this important? We gonna get into the video because Black Americans have been coming out talking about the racism within jobs in Arizona and California. Let's get into it.
As a Black woman in Arizona, I'm really happy that a lot of people are talking about the racism when it comes to jobs and how most of these jobs, you really do have to be Hispanic. And a lot of people be thinking that racism doesn't involve in Black and brown communities. Yes, it does. There is a lot of racism that Black people face here in Arizona, especially Black women. Like, half of these jobs, y'all probably don't even know. Half of these jobs you can't even apply to if you're not even bilingual.
She said half the jobs, I'm sorry it's low, but she said half the jobs you can't even apply to
talking about the racism
if you Black American. Let me scroll up because I can hardly hear her. Let's get to this brother. I be seeing him a lot on TikTok. But let's get into this.
The people that's non-African and take Lewis Hamilton, a famous race car UK driver, said that Africa should kick out all the people that's non-African and take their resources back. Check this out.
Hold on. It's this one. Shout out.
If you didn't watch one I did earlier,
I'll be watching him on YouTube. What is his name? Shout out to this brother. He does really good work on music education and the history and stuff, and he's really good into. I see he do spirituality too. What is this man name? Y'all put it in the chat. But he's good on YouTube. Shout out to him. I can't remember his name.
They are gentrifying us like a motherfucker. Go back to my broadcast I did earlier today. If you didn't watch one I did earlier today, watch it. I really broke down how California is kicking Black people out and is doing it through
Dewan B. That's his name. Dewan B. Very, very, very good work. Like the history that this dude be talking about as it pertains to music, just period, but specifically with that music, to me, chef's kiss.
bilingual preferred. Bilingual preferred stops you from applying to jobs. And even if you do know Spanish, once your Black ass show up, you ain't getting that job. Because I know a lot of brothers and sisters that do know Spanish and they still don't get the Spanish-speaking jobs. And when you compound that with the fact that bilingual gets paid higher. Earlier today, I used an example of my old job. The entry-level position for an English speaker, $55,000 a year at that job. This is a long time ago. And the bilingual speaker, their entry-level pay was like $64,000. They are gentrifying us like a motherfucker.
And let me tell you something. See that bilingual crap? Because when y'all go to places like Texas and California, you'll see a lot of Black-looking people that speak Spanish fluently. You just won't know it until you talk to them. It's not about you being able to speak both languages. It's a way to gatekeep you from your own jobs. You see, these clones, these Cabbage Patch Kids are out here multiplying day after day. And as more as they multiply, they're going to continue to take the resources from Black America because we're walking around aimlessly not knowing who we are. Okay. And that's the reason why this is happening, not just probably in California, in a lot of places. Mind you, this is all done by design. Okay. This was all planned before they even allowed them to come over here. Okay. This was all in Martin Luther King's immigration plan. This was all in the government's immigration plan to get you. This was what it was. Let me give y'all the layman terms of what it was. Toward the end of the civil rights movement, they understood that economically, socially, we have to take what's left of them, whatever we have, we got to take that from them. So what they decided was, we need to start pouring in other people, both black and white, that is going to slowly but surely take and strip the resources and things away from these people. But we can't just come in and take it. We got to act like we cool with these people. So hence your civil rights movement, with Martin Luther King bucking us up to allow all of these immigrants in, not realizing that they're coming in to take and steal from us. That was the plan before they got here. Don't think that it just happened to go this way. You a fool if you think that. That was the plan before they even got them people over here. We need them over here so that we can get them to take the place of these people. We need them to be walking slaves. They don't have to have no knowledge of self. We just need them walking around stupid, and then we can take everything from them. And that's exactly what they've been doing. So when y'all look at these people that are coming over here and they taking these jobs, this isn't a coincidence. It didn't just fall like this and happen like this. This is by design. That's how this was supposed to go. When Martin signed the shit, that's how it was supposed to go. When the president at the time signed the shit, that's how it was supposed to go. When Jesse Jackson and his coalition, his Rainbow Coalition, that's how it was supposed to go. Everything is going according to plan. You just haven't caught on yet. Everything is going good, bad, or indifferent. Everything is going according to plan. You haven't figured it out yet. I want to show y'all this other video because I seen a few videos of the people complaining about Cali, and I felt so bad. I really did, because I just want to say, it was the same way I felt in New Orleans when they were trying to make it so that the New Orleans locals couldn't practice the Indian stuff and the second line stuff. And it frustrated me so bad. Shout out to my city, because I was just screaming to the top of my lungs over here from my little bitty channel. All y'all got to do is say that y'all are indigenous. This indigenous culture is protected. Black Americans are indigenous. That means your culture is protected. That also means foreigners or even the clears can't come in here and tell you you can't practice your culture. But if you don't know that you're indigenous and you think you just black, this is why they continue to take everything from you, because you don't know who you are. Identity is the first key to freedom. Do your genealogy. Let's get into this young lady.
When it comes to the job market in LA or California, there is a huge discrimination issue going on with Black Americans. Employers are not willing to hire Black Americans, even if they are qualified. Even if they're overly qualified, they're still not willing to hire them. There is a hidden agenda at play here. And it's been going on for quite some time that organizations started to pick this up and investigate it. There's an organization in Los Angeles called the Los Angeles Black Worker Center, where they're currently investigating the discrimination that Black Americans are facing in the job industry in Los Angeles. But they're also providing resources and access to better wages and opportunities. We've seen an increase of employers only wanting to hire people from the Hispanic community, and there's nothing wrong with that because people have to work and provide for their family, but they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it with the intention to control, because when it comes to fighting for injustices or speaking up about certain things, they feel like the Hispanic community is not going to speak up because they're normally quiet. And like we know, when it comes to fighting for injustices or speaking up, Black Americans are always on the forefront fighting for change. Black Americans are always the ones speaking up for everybody, fighting for change. But they feel like with the more Hispanics that they hire, it's easier to control them because some of the times they're undocumented, so they won't cause any problems. They can pay them less. They can mistreat them, disrespect them all they want. They're not going to cause any problems. And that's another issue at play. The other issue is that other people of color are not willing to speak up for Black Americans whatsoever. The only time they speak up to help Black Americans is when they see Black Americans.
That's y'all problem, Black America. That's y'all problem. Because Black Americans can be dumb enough to just throw their neck out on the chopping board for everybody else. I don't understand why y'all get mad when they smart enough not to throw their neck out on the chopping board for you. I'm talking to Black America. This your fault. Y'all, Black America, we are our own worst enemies in certain times. I keep telling you niggas, stop jumping out the window for these people. But you continue to do it, especially them left-wing Black women, and then sit there and go, oh, but nobody's helping me. I can't believe it. And I'll be wanting to pop you bitches in the back of y'all head. That's goody for you. That's good for you. Y'all keep jumping out the window and looking for people to jump out it for you. It'll never happen. Good for you. I never feel bad for Black Americans, especially when y'all say shit like that. I just be sitting here saying, good. I'm so glad it happened. You know what's worse? They still don't be learning a lesson. They go right back and do it again. Right back and do it again. Oh my God, I can't believe ISIS taking out these little Abuelitas. I can't believe it. Here come a nigga putting their neck on a chopping board every fucking time. Stop looking for first of all, get rid of the Black and brown community. Throw that shit away. It doesn't exist. It was all a facade from the beginning. It's not real. Because what you're doing is telling your subconscious that y'all have some sort of camaraderie and togetherness. And you don't. So first and foremost, stop saying the Black and brown community. Stop saying Black and brown. The two colors don't even go together if you was coloring a coloring book. Stop saying that. Because you're telling yourself that there's a connection there when there is none. Stop trying to help Black American women. I'm a Black American woman. This is the worst things we have done to ourselves. We are not the gods of this whole world. We're not supposed to help everybody. We need to take this energy that we using to help all these other peoples and pour it back into our families, into our homes, into ourselves. Stop trying to be Captain Save-A-Hole for everybody else. Nobody wants to save Black America. Nobody. We need to stop trying to run to the aid of these people. Let these people take their lick like they let you take yours. The same way they let you take your lick, let them take their lick, however the lick look, because they have a very good way of turning their head when you getting screwed, but want you to act. But when you turn your head, now you the worst person. Black American women, we gotta stop that. Ain't no allies. I keep telling y'all that. We gotta stop it.
Have an advantage that they don't have. Take affirmative action, for example. When they believed that Black Americans were getting into Ivy League students based off affirmative action, when that really wasn't the case. The only time that other people of color speak up is when they see Black Americans have an advantage that they don't have. Otherwise, they are silent. It also seems like there's an issue to keep Black Americans at entry-level positions as well, and to bully them so they have a harder time moving up in the ranks. Platforms like Indeed and LinkedIn need to do a better job at regulating if these companies are really hiring or not. Because what these companies are doing are they're using LinkedIn and Indeed as a social media tool. They're posting that they're hiring and doing all these paying for the promo, but it's really a marketing tool when they're really not hiring. It seems like LA or California is trying to push Black Americans out, and they're starting with the job industry.
Shout out to the sister. She'll get there, but she was making a lot of good points. I told y'all the reason why it's what it is. The reason why these people don't have a problem until you get a leg up, and the reason why they make sure they keep you out of the job is because number one, they know that they are inferior to you. Yes, I'm a toot Black Americans horn. They know that they are inferior to you. What do I mean by that? The least of us could do a job better than the best of them. And plus, they understand group economics. They not stupid like us. I'm going to say it one more time. They understand group economics. They not stupid like we is. They don't believe in helping everybody. They believe in helping themselves. I hope to God one day Black America comes to that consensus. They smart. We the dumb ones. In that situation, they're very, very smart and we're dumb. They believe that the money needs to stay home. They believe that the money and the success stays here. Fuck them niggas. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how they supposed to feel. My problem is us. Why we don't feel like that? Why don't we feel like that? And why when one of us feel like that, it's another one of us telling us we wrong for that? Think about it. It's a psyop. It's a Truman show. Everybody is in on it. Some of us, and we're going to get to that here next. It's so much we could learn from this situation. These people have been put here on purpose by whoever and whatever is running this thing. Their goal is to push you on another great migration somewhere else. And honestly, it's been working flawlessly. How many Black Americans have fled California in the last few years? Hold on. How many Black Americans have left the state of California in the last few years? California's Black population has declined from 2.2 million to 2.1 million, marking a multi-year trend by high housing costs and gentrification. A 2020 analysis showed nearly 75,000 Black Californians left in a single year, with many more moving to Nevada, Texas, and Georgia. The state's overall Black population percentage dropped from 6.6% in 2000 to 5.6% in 2020. That was just in 2020. I didn't even ask about the stats or look at the stats today. That was a stat from 2020. In 2024, this is a great migration. You know, the one they be teaching y'all about in school, where they be having the Black people with their bags on the road trip. Look at this is another great migration. You're welcome to the party. Y'all late. Hold on. It says for the first time in decades, California's Black population decreased from 2.2 million in 2000 to 2.1 million. I think this is kind of the same, because I don't see it giving me any up-to-date stats. Hold on. It says, I think I clicked the same on Hold on. This one is from 2022, but it's giving the same damn results. And that's why y'all gotta watch Google. They'll give you the same test different times. I'm looking at 50 million articles with the same information from a different source. The point is so many Black Americans right now mass migrating from California. Here's your new great migration. This is the same thing they did back then. Everybody didn't leave through KKK and force. Some people were economically pushed out of their homes, pushed off of their lands. Listen, the story repeats itself. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. The only thing changes are the characters in the movie. Now, instead of them clears and them crackers with them white sheets, you got the little Mario and Luigi motherfuckers doing it now. Same stuff. Here's another great migration. And it ain't just California. I'm pretty sure it's other places too. It's a way to mass move big, large numbers of us to another place for the good of they want us to build up the land, build up the economy, then push us out. That's what gentrification is all the time. So y'all went built up California for them Cabbage Patch Kids to come in and fuck it up with Coronas and empanadas. We never got off the Great Migration. We've never gotten off the Great Migration. Anytime large mass numbers of Black Americans move at one time, you are now in another Great Migration. We've never gotten off the Great Migration. And let me say this. None of this is possible unless somebody on the inside helps them. Okay? This is why I talk about treason all the time. Okay? And basically, I understand that these people are not successful unless people inside of us help them. And it's a lot of people that y'all love in the door that were extremely treasonous. That's why the live we did yesterday went the way it went, because I started bringing out the treason in some of y'all faves and people lost their minds. But the fact of the matter is, there are people that are assisting these people to do you what they're doing to you. These people get paid well, they live good, they typically do really well in life, and their whole job is to sell you to them. Their whole job is to sell you to them. It's the same job the athletes got, the same job the celebrities got, the same job the politicians got. Everybody's job is to come in here and sell you to them. So we got to start talking about some of these treasonous characters. Now, I ain't going to piss y'all off again today because I pissed y'all off yesterday. I'm going to let y'all slide. But I did see this video of this young brother who had found this statue. And I want to say this. I have found so many historic figures that we love so much that y'all just think this can't do no wrong and did us the worst. Did us the worst. Okay? And these people need to be put on blast, because if you don't understand who they were in the past, you won't understand what they look like today in the present. Why is this important? I'm picking up on the stuff that's going on in the conscious community. I'm calling it the conscious community, or the Black American community, with the Tariq and the 19 Keys. And this is literally a wash and repeat of what happened in the 1900s and in the 1800s and in the 1700s. It's just different characters, y'all. And this is what I found out about the past. I'm not speaking on today and the future. I'm telling you what I researched and found in the past. What I found in the past was just like the civil rights movement. I'll give you an example. What a lot of people don't know is Martin Luther King did not like Kwame Ture. Martin Luther King thought that Kwame Ture, that's the dude who came in and introduced Black Power. He thought that Kwame Ture's situation was going to interfere with whatever it is he had going on. Now, this is the part that a lot of people y'all don't know. Martin Luther King had his own agenda by the people in the orange juice who were paying him. But what he didn't know, and Kwame Ture didn't know, or what he didn't know, was Kwame had another group of orange juice people paying him. Hear me out. I'm just telling y'all what happened back then. I'm not telling you what's going on today. I'm telling you what happened back then. So Mike was getting paid by one group of the orange juice people pushing his agenda and their agenda. And then here come Kwame Ture paid by another group of orange juice people pushing their agenda. When Kwame Ture got up there and said Black Power, Mike was pissed. Because he was trying to create a bunch of docile Negroes, a bunch of turn the cheek head ass niggas. So when Kwame Ture pops up with Black Power, he thought he was the Antichrist. Like, what the fuck? Get this nigga from around here. Where did he come from? But what you didn't know on the outside, and our ancestors didn't know, was all of these people were paid operatives. Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture, all of SCLC, allegedly, it's a conspiracy theory, all of SCLC, all of that whole Black Power movement, and hell, even toward the end of the Black Panther movement, psyop. They all was getting paid by other powers that be. And this is how weird these people are, the people that running this shit, the one who's putting in the stuff. They'll have Martin going with one agenda, and then they'll go pull in a Kwame Ture to go with another agenda. And the people that's pulling it, they all work together because they want the commotion to go the way that it's going. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's happening today, but things are looking hella fucking familiar. Things are looking very familiar. And it ain't just with Martin and Kwame Ture. It's the same thing with W.E.B. Du Bois and that Frederick Douglass clique. That class of niggas too. That class of niggas too. The same thing with Meatball. What's that boy name? Meatball. Marcus Garvey and them. Same stuff. It goes over and over and over again. That's all I'm saying. So we got to talk about treason. Because y'all about to get y'all feelings hurt. The people y'all love, they about to get outed. A lot of y'all about to get y'all feelings hurt. So I'm just giving y'all the precursor to it because it's about to get outed. Anyways, this brother found this statue. And let me tell you one of the tall tale ways to find out who is who. If the government or if the powers that be promote these people, they are definite ops. It's not even up for question because the government and the powers that be is not going to promote somebody who was really here to help you. The ones that are really here to help you tend to die young, or at least in the past. Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, they are the guys who died young. The ones who genuinely were there. Not everybody. I'm not saying everybody who was genuinely there died. Some of them still made it. But what I'm telling you is the ones that the government prop up and say, hey, y'all, look at this one. Y'all should love on this one. Tall tale sign, okay? Now let's get into this brother and what he found in this statue. Because I found some real messy stuff about the American Indians, the Indians in New Orleans. But I ain't going to go there because that's going to start a whole nother thing.
You guys, this is Chief Tamohichi. This is a sellout, y'all. It's a reason why they made a statue, right? I'm going to put y'all on game. This is a chief. These are one of the people who helped sign the treaties for the settlers to come over here and own the land. So him and Chief McIntosh in the early 1800s and the 1700s were responsible for signing treaties and signing the land over. Sellouts. That's why they made statues of these people and place them here. But you guys need to do your research. This ain't no different than your leaders that's in office right now in your city, selling out Atlanta. Same thing right here, 1700s and the 1800s. And I showed y'all tombstones that date back in those times. When they signed those treaties, those people came in and wiped them out. Even the tribes end up killing their own leaders and their chiefs because they signed the land and they didn't want to leave. They was like, why are you doing this? A lot of them died from their own tribe. This explains why you're in the position you're in right now, because your land was sold. We got sellouts, man. We got sellouts today.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of people selling out. That's why we can't have nothing, because our leaders sell out. This is a prime example.
Yep.
Check this out, you guys. This is Chief Tamohichi.
And again, this is one statue, one person in history. I peeped this way long time ago. I said, damn. When I peeped it with Martin Luther King was the first character that let me know that this nigga couldn't have been good for us. Because I realized we had a Martin Luther King Boulevard in every city, in every state, all over the place. We got a Martin Luther King holiday. And I'm sitting here saying, if this man really wanted to help us, why would they prop him up? Until I got old enough to understand and discern what was really happening. They propped him up because he works for them. They propped him up because he worked for them. Okay? And it's the same thing with these other leaders. John Lewis, Jesse Jackson, all of these prior past leaders, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, they propped them up because they work for them. Now, I'm going to let y'all deal with who y'all think it is today. I'm telling y'all about the past. And they all work for the same people. And this is the craziest part. They don't even be knowing it. Some of them, sometimes if they smart enough, they'll catch on, right? And they'll be like, oh shit, this must be another psyop from the other side. If they smart enough and intelligent enough to use their discernment and figure it out. But for the most part, they don't even know that you a psyop, and you don't know that this one next to you a psyop too. And y'all don't know that each other psyops. That's how weird this enemy is. But we got to get comfortable with calling out the people who help to sell this stuff away. And again, do your own research on who is what. But I'm saying all that to say, everybody, all skin folk and kin folk, and hell, some of the skin folk got to go. Be mindful. I just tell Black America, pay attention. Pay attention to what you see today. Don't idly walk by or idly just be in any situation. Just start to pay attention. I swear to God, when y'all just start paying attention, you'll see completely different. Just pay attention. Anyways, moving on. Get the likes up, y'all. Now we got to get into Ghana and them Africans on that mound disrespecting the ancestors. Now let's be clear. First of all, understand that we had different kinds of mounds. All mounds aren't one and the same. We had ceremonial mounds, we had burial mounds, and before we get into the mounds, let me show this video. Matter of fact, never mind. I'll do it another time. But we had burial mounds, which were one of the more sacred mounds, and those mounds were sacred because we buried our people there. See, we didn't bury all of our stuff underground like that. That didn't come until later. We buried our people in mounds. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull up the video. So we bury our people in mounds, and all of a sudden, remember, there's a high influx of Africans coming over here, and a lot of them, because they don't know, they just following what they are taught too. They really believe that they are the cart before the horse. They believe that we come from them. Common sense says that that's not true. And this is not shade, man. But common sense tells you that they believe that they're superior, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, the ones over here, believe that they are superior and we are inferior. And it's a lot because of indoctrination and what they are taught, okay? Not saying giving them an excuse. I'm just telling you what it is. And when they come over here, they really believe that they can do the things that they believe in the stuff that they're taught so much that they believe that they can do and say whatever they want to do and say, and they just can't. So a lot of these mounds that y'all will see out here in America, we talked about the mounds the other day. Yesterday, I just went to the mound Saturday. A lot of them mounds, not all, but a lot of them are burial mounds, right? Now, I don't know if this mound in particular is a burial mound, but I do know that there's some Africans up top of this mound, allegedly, from what this person is saying, recording, doing some sort of African rituals or whatever the case may be. Now, I need y'all to understand how important it is that you protect your ancestors. It's no different from having a family member you buried and somebody be like, bitch, I'm gonna go over there and piss on your people's grave. You're gonna want to kill them, right? It's the same thing. We should be protecting our mounds the same way we protect our ancestors that are dead that we know of today, because these are still our ancestors. These are still people that came before us, people that laid the civilization in the ground for what we know today. We just haven't caught up to that yet. But these are the people that is the reason why all of these things can live today. So we need to be protecting our ancestral things, our land, our mounds, our tree, all of it. We need to be protecting it because it belongs to us and we are it and it is us. You feel what I'm saying? Don't the Bible say ashes to ashes, dust to dust, from dust you come, to dust you shall return, or something like that? It literally is telling you, Black America, I need y'all to understand. It literally is telling you, Black America, that you are the land and the land is you. This is why when you die, you go back to the land, buried. You get it? And you regenerate and come back again. Now, because we don't know this, we don't protect our land. And these Africans have been extremely disrespectful, probably for decades, coming over here doing whatever it is they want to do. But now, thank God, we are waking up. We're able to catch this stuff and stop it, or at least say something about it while it happens. And why is this important? Because listen, our ancestors have been working overtime. It's a lot of people around this world that are suffering karma for what they've done to God's chosen people. And that's us here in Black America. They won't tell you about it. They keep you focused on the Epstein files and that trash ass shit that's going on over there in the Middle East, because they don't want you to know exactly what's going on around you. They need to keep you preoccupied mentally so you don't really pay attention. But what I'm telling you is the ancestors have worked overtime to make sure that they pay back any and everything, being or person that has disrespected or come to this land spewing hate with negativity in their bodies. The land is spitting them out. That's what they're doing. And if the universe has to reenact karma in your homeland, they doing that too. Yay! They doing that too. They screwing. The ancestors are getting these niggas over here and getting them back home, as they should. Because again, Black America, regardless of if it's the most ignorant of us, we still have respect for other people's culture. There's not a culture or group of people that Black Americans have ever went in and tried to take over it or tried to doggone claim it, even though most of their cultures come from us. But that's a whole nother story. Even though if we wanted to go in and claim most of the cultures all across the world, we could, because most of it come from us. But we don't. We just don't have that type of blood in us. But everybody come over here thinking that they could take from us. And it's not by coincidence. It's a destiny swap. They want your destiny, Black America. They know that you are the real rulers of this here earth. They know it. They also know that you don't know it. So this is why they continue what they're doing. And in their attempts, what they're doing is just reenacting karma or enacting karma on themselves and the people where they come from. Now, I'm going to show you this video of this brother who took this picture of what looks to be some African people doing something out of the ordinary. And shout out to this brother for screaming and making noise, because he basically said, you're not going to do this on our land, especially on our mounds. Check it out.
Magic Johnson Park. We out here. This is a mound right here. These people on. Look at these people. These are some Africans up here doing some African spiritual work on top of this mound right here, bruh. It's a bunch of them up here at this park.
And they probably trying to invoke our ancestors for something, but it is not going to work out in their favor, baby. Because listen, let me tell y'all something. Don't let that Wakanda shit fool you. You can't go and pull up everybody's ancestors. That don't go like that. As a matter of fact, the disrespect of it all off the cuff, for you to even think you can even go up there playing with these ancestors. But don't worry, this shit is way above us. We good, Black America.
Here doing some African spiritual work on top of this mound right here, bruh. It's a bunch of them up here at this park. You know what I'm saying? But this is one. Look at these motherfuckers. This is Africa. What the fuck you doing on our Indian mound? Get your ass off my mouth.
It looked like they videotaping something. And look, somebody said they might be doing some sort of ritual on the mounds to keep us asleep. Probably, but it ain't gonna work. It is not gonna work. Let me tell y'all something. All of these things have been happening because we don't know, man. We had no clue. I had no clue. But now that I'm starting to pay attention, I'm starting to see this shit and it's pissing me off. Because it's like, again, we don't go to where they at and do this shit. And they have ancestors that they could be over there summoning. Well, I'm lying. These are Cabbage Patch Kids. They don't. And I'm glad I said that. Get me up here. I forgot. These are descendants of clones, orphan trained kids, Cabbage Patch babies. They don't have no ancestors. That's why. But the Africans who do have ancestors, I'm pretty sure aren't doing this. But they don't. They test tube babies. And if they don't, listen, the ancestors have been very, very strategic in the way they move, but very swift. I'll say that. Very, very swift. And what I'm going to tell you is, and because I am the ancestors and the ancestors is me, is they are not appreciating this. They are not appreciating this, and the wrath will come down on them. You got to know it. I had saw this video of this boy who was saying that he believed that this flood that recently happened in Ghana is because of what they've been doing on this land. Not just what they did with the mounds, but just what Ghana, what the Ghanaians, what the Nigerians and the Ghanaians have been doing since they came to this land. This boy is saying that he believes that these people are reaping the karma. Let's get into it.
Ain't it crazy? Ghana just got hit with one of the floods that'll make you think twice about life. Right after traveling to New York and desecrating on our ancestors' names and playing on our top at the UN. I don't wish no harm on nobody, but we warned y'all that the fight that you up against is way beyond us at this point. You can't do nothing about what's finna come hit you, Gunna, in the next 2-3 months, and everybody that was with you. You can't do nothing about it. And this is my ancestors speaking through me. It's finna get a whole lot worse for y'all. You just left New York. Couple days later, you got hit with a flood. We keep warning y'all, and y'all keep playing these games. But you gonna continue to see. You ain't witnessed nothing yet. And I do repeat, this ain't just for you, Gunna. That's anybody that was with you. Be prepared.
Shout out to the brother. I ain't saying it's together, but it could be. Look. Hey, man. Again, I don't know what this is, but it could be the ancestors enacting that karma. It could definitely be that. Girl, what is this? What is this? Look at the Africans. And let me say this too. I despise that y'all let them in the D9. I despise all of that. I'm gonna be honest. I despise that y'all let these Africans come in and now you can't tell them that they not y'all and y'all not them. That you can't tell them that. I despise that y'all let them in the D9. But then again, I don't give a damn about it. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell them nothing. Hold on. I want to show you this video of what they be over there eating, bruh. One dude, how they be eating in Ghana and the stuff they be eating, it probably be too harsh for this. These motherfuckers was eating all kinds of baby bats and all. Let me stop because people gonna start saying I'm bullying because I'm not. This is the point though. This is the point. Because I'm not bullying. Listen. They come over here. They over here asking for reparations in our name, stealing, basically asking to steal from us. And I believe that spiritually, they could be up there on their mounds trying to go before the Most High as if they are us. I think about the Cain and Abel book. And I told y'all, I don't think of these characters as person to person. I think of these characters as nations. So for instance, when I told y'all Adam and Eve was told to go out and populate the earth, I don't think that it was a person and a person. I think it was the nation of Black Americans, the Black American women and the Black American men. Now, when it comes to Cain and Abel, if I think of this as a nation, it could go one of two ways. It could be other melanated beings selling us Black Americans out, or it could be another Black American doing exactly the same as the Cain versus Abel situation doing. But the point is, again, none of this works until you buy into it, and you only buy into it until these treasonous people come in and help these Ghanaians come in and do this spirituality on our land and steal from us politically, Christian wise and everything else. Somebody said, am I a Christian? No, but I was raised as a Christian / Jehovah's Witness. So you know how it be in you. I never thought I would reference the Bible so much in my life, but it seemed like coming into awakening, I have referenced it a lot. And it's probably because those are the innate things that we need, you know what I'm saying? Which is, I don't believe in all of Christianity, but I do believe that there's some of the things in Christianity that is essential for us. So I do quote the Bible often. I don't be knowing the scriptures. I just remember what I was told and taught. And yeah, it does make sense because there's a lot of Bible prophecy happening today, right now. Okay. But I do believe that these people in these nations, the Cain and Abel situation could have been Africans cosplaying as our brothers, selling us off as they're doing, or some of our own people. Like I said, either way, the ancestors are enacting karma. And if I were you or anybody out there, I would not get in the way of the universe, the ancestors, and the Most High when they enact its karma. I personally would get out of the way. I personally would not try to interfere because that's what's been happening here recently. A lot of people that try to interfere with these people's karma, y'all are falling in with the people. And that's going to happen at a larger scale, okay? So if I were you, whenever you see people going through horrible times, a lot of times it's because of that's their karma. And I don't mean just in your personal life. I mean nations of people. I don't want this to go over your head. I mean nations of people that are going through karma. You have to ask yourself, why? What did these nations of people do? Why are nations, just like they got us wanting us to believe in the Deuteronomy curse, and we supposed to just be okay with in Deuteronomy, we sinned and God cursed us. We need to start thinking about what these other nations did to be cursed. Because if we could be cursed, they could be cursed too, which I don't subscribe to the curse. But if we could be cursed, they damn sure could be cursed too. Okay? So keep that in mind as y'all look around and y'all seeing all of this stuff happening. It's a lot of karma enacting on people. Okay? Let me read this super chat before I get up off of here. Shout out to y'all in the building. Like the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Knowledge gives gratitude 8250. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says my BIL got a $60K pay cut for working in California at a college. He hasn't been able to find a new job. They want y'all to move. And let me say this too about these Mexicans in these jobs, especially in these restaurants. They can't cook. They can't cook. They messing up the orders. They in here it's just a whole bunch of unpaid, low paid wage people with horrible production. You see what I'm saying? Leave them to that shit. These motherfuckers want to act like they could do it without us. If they could, they would have stayed in Mexico. Mexico is not a bad place like they make it out to be. If they could, they would have stayed in Mexico. I say leave it to these motherfuckers, okay? Because nobody, nowhere ever, they don't even visit Mexico to see the Mexicans. So what in the hell makes you think people gonna come to California to see them little niggas? And they ain't even little niggas. These little things. I don't know. My nerves get bad. I'll be like, you know what? Good. Let's see how long you last by yourself. Because they ain't gonna last. But anyways, thank you so much. Knowledge gives gratitude. Now that land not gonna prosper at all. The land is gonna probably die with them on it. They don't bring nothing to it. This is why I tell y'all. Let me get Hitler quote back up here. And I don't want to hear nobody. You quoted Hitler. You're damn right I did. Get him up here. Hitler said in his memoirs, he said that when we realize what he was really fighting against, it's going to be World War III. He also said that they have in their possession God's precious jewels. The jewels of the land. Us. Not the trees, bitch. Not the plants, ho. Us. We are the jewels that Hitler was talking about. So without us on the land, you get it? Now again, they got y'all hating Hitler. Ask yourself why. If they got y'all loving Mike and hating Hitler, ask yourself why. Hitler said it. When they find out, oh boy, it's going to be World War III. Hitler basically said, for lack of better terms, and I think he was talking to the niggas. I think what he said was, I know they got y'all hating me and thinking that I'm a whole out here, but I'm telling y'all later on, when y'all find out what was really happening, y'all going to be coming back looking for me. That's what Hitler said. I don't know if it's true. I'm just telling you what it seemed like he said. But I say this, rather he's telling the truth or not, I know what he is telling the truth about. We are God's precious jewels. And you need to know that. Do your genealogy. Take care of yourself. Pay it forward. Don't pay it back to me, at least. Pay it forward and teach one each one. And y'all also, please, go out there and do the research on everything. Don't just take nobody's word for it. Do the research. With that being said, I'll catch y'all later on at some point. Maybe. I don't know. I'll see y'all later. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.